Bless me, YouTube, for I have sinned. I'm talking about a movie that is not yet released to the public, when I should be talking about Stranger Things, Part 1. However, it is too prescient to not talk about this. I will do 5 Hail Marys. Amen. That's what I thought of for the intro for this movie review. That's the best that I could do. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Daniel Strung from QuickTime Reactions, and yeah, I know this movie doesn't come out for a little bit anyway. This comes out, I think, mid-December on Netflix, but much like with Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, I saw that this movie was going to be playing somewhere, and I thought I might as well go and check it out in a theater. And of course, I'm talking about the third entry into the Knives Out franchise, Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out movie. This, of course, sees Daniel Craig return as Benoit Blanc as he tries to uncover the secrets of a new murder mystery. This time involving a cast that features Josh O'Connor, Jeremy Renner, Kerry Washington, Caileespaeny, Josh Brolin, Glenn Close, as well as a whole host of others. And it deals with a priest named Judd who moves churches and is under the advisement of, say, of I was going to say Monsieur, but I can't remember the title, but it's the priest's last name is Wick. But when Mr. Wick, and I'm not talking about John Wick, when he ends up dead, Benoit Blanc arrives on the scene to try and uncover the grisly details of what happened to Mr. Wick. So, will Benoit Blanc be able to solve this case? We'll have to find out. So, a little history about with me and this trilogy of movies. I actually saw the first movie in college. I can remember it vividly. It's February 2020, and it was after my physics class. And I went to go see this at my school's auditorium. They were playing it for like a free movie night, and went to see it with my roommate, and I really, really liked it. I definitely saw it as kind of redemption for Rian Johnson, who not only wrote and directed that first movie, but also did it for the second, and then this movie as well. I saw this as like a major redemption for him after, the reception of The Last Jedi, wasn't what everyone had hoped for. But he really impressed me with this. And then when the second one came out, watched it at home on Netflix, back when you could, share passwords with everybody. So we watched it on somebody else's account, and really enjoyed that one as well. I didn't think it was as good as that first one, but it was still really, really good. And now we have this third one. And I have to say, this setting of a church, I think is probably the best setting. Like, I know you can't deny the fact of the first one, which is like the quintessential like mystery house. But I don't know. There's just something about a mystery at a church, like that just resonates with me a little bit more than what is the quintessential mystery house. Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc. I've had this thought ever since I saw that first one, but speaking from someone who is from the Midwest, I know, I know other people don't mind it, but like me as a Midwesterner, I can't unthink it. Benoit Blanc's like, Southern draw type of accent just sounds weird to me. Like it doesn't fit him. Like I don't know why. I don't know if that's just me, but it just does not click for me. I buy his the American accents that he's done more than the Southern drawl one that he does here. But I don't know, that may just be a matter of taste. But again, just a matter of taste. This one, what Rian Johnson's able to do in this one from both a direction and a writing standpoint is really, really good. Like, there are twists and turns in this that I was not expecting to happen. Like, I had a general idea as to who the killer might be at the end. Like, I was, rattling around some ideas like, oh, it could be this person, it could be this person, blah, blah, blah. But getting there, that was that was an interesting development as it went through. Performance-wise, or I guess before moving on to performances, should talk about like direction. Whatever Johnson did lighting wise, I don't know if this is because like I don't know where they shot this. Like they say it's in New York, and I will believe them to an extent because there is New York City, but outside of New York City, it could be like rurally like what it is here in the Midwest. But whatever they were doing with the lighting is very like Midwestern lighting. Like whenever it's like a very cloudy day, you'll just have one point where the clouds will open up and it's sunshine, bright sunshine. But then as the clouds move in, it gets like gets dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. And I don't know if that light just happened that way or if they controlled it in some way, but the way that the lighting was in this was really, really good, and it added like a little bit of something to each of the scenes that happened, and I was really, really impressed by that. Performance-wise, is really, really good. Like Daniel Craig is really good as Benoit Blanc, even though I don't like the accent. I tolerate the accent, but his performance, nonetheless, is really, really good in this. Josh O'Connor is really, really good as Judd. Like, he wants to try and help out this church as best as he can, but he has to, find different ways and, outside ways of trying to, connect with this group of people that are so, locked in, whether it be because, they believe it or because they're scared of Josh Brolin's character. But by the way, Brolin does an excellent job for the brief amount of time that he's in this. He's really, really good as well. All the others in the group of people Kerry Washington, Jeremy Renner, Caileespaeny, Daryl McCormick, they're really, really good as well. All having different motives as to why they want to do what they're doing, which, every good murder mystery has that. And some of the others in this who are really, devoted to Mr. Wick, Glenn Close, and I forgot to mention him in my cast rundown, Thomashadenchurch, Sandman himself. He's in this, and he's also really, really good in this as well. Like I said, a lot of twists and turns in this as to, where we get to that finish line. But because they kind of set up in this movie like it's the impossible mystery, a mystery that can't be solved. And there are so many things that Judd and Blanc run through, and they go through every single little bit they can. And when Blanc is about ready to say who did it, he's just like, I don't have anything. It really is the impossible mystery. But then once, everybody clears out, then the person who did it, because they're, at a church, comes in and confesses. And it's just like, it's really good stuff. So in my opinion, this is a big step up from the second one. And I don't know if it's better than the first one, mainly because that first one kind of took me by surprise a little bit, just how really good it was. But this one might be better than the first one. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see, what everybody else's kind of thoughts are on this, because I'm kind of on the fence about it. But this is a really good mystery movie. So if you do have the ability, because I know it's not going to play everywhere, but if you do have the ability, put your pause on your Stranger Things watch through and watch Wake Up Dead Man in a movie theater as best you can. But if you can't, don't worry. It's going to come out on Netflix at some point in December. So, but I do recommend that you go see this in a theater. Try to seek this out and see it in a theater as best you can. But those are just my thoughts on Wake Up Dead Man. What did you guys think of the movie? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like what I'm doing, maybe hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, because, that helps me out and it tells me I'm doing a good job. But I think that's pretty much it from me. Be safe out there, and remember, in a mystery novel or in a mystery movie, you shouldn't rule yourself out as being the one that did the crime. But, if you're asking the detective, all the questions, maybe you didn't do the crime, or maybe you did. Who's to say? And I will catch you guys next time.